So this video is going to be about the formulas and names of acids, and the goals of this video is to be able to write chemical names in the chemical formulas of binary and oxy acids. So it's pretty easy to identify if a compound is an acid due to the hydrogen atom present in the beginning or end of a formula. And when it's in its aqueous state, the hydrogen separates in the solution, which leaves hydrogen ions. This makes the solution acidic and lowers the pH. Since acids act like ions in the aqueous state, the symbol AQ is usually written next to their formulas. So binary acids, it's made up of just two elements, which is the bi part, so hydrogen and a non-metal element. Some examples are HCl, HF, and HBr. So hydrochloric acid, hydrofluoric acid, and hydrobromic acid. So let's name them. The prefix hydro is added to the front of the name, and the ending of the other non-metal "ide" is dropped and replaced by "ic." The word acid is also added to the end. So we have hydro plus the non-metal name plus the "ic" ending plus the acid. So for example, for HF, it would be hydro plus fluorine, the fluor part, ic, and then acid, so hydrofluoric acid. Another example is HI in its aqueous state. So we have our hydro, we have our io from iodine, ic, and acid, so hydroiodic acid. So for oxy acids, they have an oxygen from the polyatomic compound in them. So let's name them. So we use the OUS or IC as endings before acid, depending on the ending of the name of the polyatomic ion. So if the polyatomic ion ends in 8, the acid name will have an ic ending. So we have sulfate, which is our polyatomic, so therefore it's going to be sulfuric acid. And if the polyatomic ion ends in ite, acid name will have an OUS ending. So we have NO2 is nitrite, which is our polyatomic, so it will have a nitrous acid. Notice, there is no hydro prefix is used. Hydro is only used for binary acids. So for our first example, we have our polyatomic is phosphate, so we're going to be using the IC ending. So this is going to be phosphoric acid. And for our next example, ClO2, we know that's chlorite, so we're going to be using the OUS ending. So this is going to be chlorous acid. So in summary, if it's an ide element, it's going to be hydro plus a non-metal name plus the IC ending plus acid. If it's a polyatomic that ends in 8, like phosphate, we're going to have the polyatomic ion name, so phosphate, plus the IC ending plus the acid. Next we have ite, polyatomic, so for the polyatomic name plus the OUS ending plus acid.